It says you are live. Boy, I had a hard time getting on StreamYard. I hope it is working like it's supposed to. I know they've been having some problems here the past few days since that big meltdown the other morning, along with Ring cameras and Amazon and all them people. So, and I didn't expect maybe nobody'd even know I was on here. We'll see. It's been so long. Uh, I've been collecting cardboard boxes for the start the bonfires over to 120. Messing with the animals. Hey Reba, hey, how you doing? Yeah, well, good. Now there's Tammy, and I guess y'all in Northwest Arkansas. I guess y'all getting cold like we are. Probably colder. Because we're having a little cold snap. It's not bad right now, but night times when it's really early mornings is when it's really been bad. I had a hard time getting on StreamYard. It's been so long since I did it, they made me go through the whole process as if I'd never did it before. Fire zone. Okay. I'm taking me a little break. Everybody left me again. I mean, they just up and left me here. I didn't even get no breakfast this morning. Oh, hey, Peggy. Tammy, how you doing? 39 last year. Oh, last night. Uh, I've been taking it easy. My video that I'm doing today is uh, not been a whole lot of nothing. I've been collecting boxes from the gas station and I took care of the animals, and I got to go back here in about an hour and a half. Grounds Family Farm. I don't know which one of the Grounds Family Farm it is, but hey, good to see you. It's who knows who's on there. Yeah, they left me again, Tammy. Yeah, well, believe me, the gas station up there is providing me with. I done made 2 trips, 2 big old boxes full of boxes that were broke down and stuck in there, and there's more to come. But we're gonna. Last week, Scott spent like 3 days, I think it was, on the dozer over to 120, working in the back, making more room for pasture and trying to grow some grass for the cows. And well, anyway, we got some plenty to burn over there. We figured I get all these boxes together and we just give Petra one of those lighters that you use to light fireplaces and grills with, and these boxes, and just leave her over there and go pick her up in about an hour because she'll have it all burnt down by then. But I said, told Scott that the city of Lafayette, I think the whole town's on fire when it got burned all them. Maybe not burn them all at once might be a good idea. Get her a torch. I think these boxes and a lighter is all she needs. She don't need a torch, believe me. She would get really carried away. You know, she'd be out there standing beside the house going, look how far the flame will shoot. Yeah, they gone to 4 days to Gatlinburg. They left this morning. That's right, Reba. I mean, y'all seen her. Yeah. Try to find other things that might interest her to get her mind off of it. And nothing works. Not even an electric bike. I asked her yesterday, is that more fun than fires? Nope. Not at all. She's ready to burn some more. Just around here, she's planning on 3 or 4 months of burning. She keeps looking. If she runs out, I can hear her now. I need a chainsaw so I can cut some more down. Gatlinburg. You know what I said? Yeah. They went to Gatlinburg. Yeah, they got a late start this morning. In fact, it's hard to believe, but I was up before they were. Uh, they left here for a 3-hour drive, and they had in 30 minutes. They were in 30 minutes. It was time that they would be able to check in, but they were 3 hours away because they're still sitting in the driveway. But I called over. Are y'all okay? Y'all not gone yet? I can get up. I'm tired. Oh, last night they were talking a big game. You know, like they're gonna get up. At least Peter was, not Scott. Hey, Pam. Good to see you. Austin says hi. Well, hello, right back. Yeah, this she said, well, Scott said he told you to go to he was going to go to the barn. I'll take care of the barn. So I went down and did the animals this morning. They're about 2 to 4 hours northwest of me. Aren't you north of Interstate 40? Or I thought you were, or somewhere between 40 and Interstate 75. Apparently, Peggy, because it wasn't shortly after that fire after I called to check on them. Because there Scott was outside getting ready. Yeah, Belinda might be. She might be babysitting. But they got out of. Let's see. Because when I called, they go, "Are you so you're awake?" Hey, Neil. And yeah, she goes, "So you're awake? Oh, you're up already?" I said, "No, I'm not up. I'm just awake. I was looking at the cameras and the camper's still sitting back there, and no sign of y'all." She said, "Yeah, I'm tired, and I didn't sleep last night." Uh, so, so we think it's Kevin that's on there. You reckon? All I saw was Grounds Family Farm. It didn't say which one. He should be out. He should be out. Oh, I got a question for you. I heard Arkansas State Police came to Georgia. I don't know if I said that when I saw you down at Petals in the past or not. They said Arkansas State Police came to Georgia to do the pit stop training. Between the two states, I don't know which one's the best at it, I should say, or aggressive with it. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's always a K or a K, right? Just which one of them, you don't know. We still got this big buck running around down in the lower pasture down here. Scott went down about 5:30 yesterday afternoon and sat till dark looking, waiting on it, and never showed up. Yep. Uh, I heard that through the grapevine. Some of our state troopers. No, nothing. Nothing to. I don't have nothing to pick except for uh, my jalapeno peppers. And well, there's Peter planted a tomato plant that's still putting out some tomatoes and some. Uh, hey, Melinda, I said you were probably babysitting. Oh goodness gracious, Neil. uh, yeah, we didn't plant. Well, I haven't for a long time messed with any garden, and Scott has, but this year nobody planted anything in the garden. Frost, yeah, I could believe that. Some places already got it. Meg's little house in the country is already. I think she's already got a frost. My memory serves me right. But she's up there further north, way on up there. I don't know. I haven't even had breakfast, Pam. Peter didn't fix no breakfast this morning before she left. I mean, they were running late. Now, I gotta say she would have. In fact, she asked me twice out there in the driveway. Uh, you're not hungry? You don't want some breakfast? Are you sure? I'm like, no, y'all just get on out of here. Oh, Neil, you, you gonna make Peggy sick. Oh, Melinda's taking Tina's place when she's around. Oh no, I was sitting here and I was like, you know what? I can't fix nothing to eat yet. It's not thawed out, and I could rush it, but I'm not going to. Uh, so let me see if I can go live. Now, Neil, Streamyard made me start all over. I mean, I had to, as if it was the first time I ever been on Streamyard. I had to do the whole 9 yards. I'm like, what? And then it showed all kinds of updates and all kinds of stuff and what's new. StreamYard. I guess I hadn't been on the salon. They forgot who I was. I finally, when I got it all in there, it picked me back up, but it had all kinds of stuff. I to get started, to get it to come up, I had to do a verification and everything. But good. I think it's the same one. It's just getting to it. I had to go through the whole process. I had to put a thing up there and told me check my email, and I had to put in the numbers they gave me and everything just to get to it. They've added even more features. I don't see no new features. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, maybe new features if you're paying for something. The free version of it, I probably not there. I'm getting all kinds of notifications. I'm gonna tell you, I got this new. I got a one of my new cameras, uh, the Defender. Yeah, uh, that thing is creepy. It's plain creepy. It follows you once it detects you. It follows you around the yard. It follows you wherever you go. It won't let you. It won't leave you alone. I've got it set on to pick up human, animals, and automobiles. I want to turn the animal thing off. Uh, but I don't know where they make it, where it's made at, but it was shipped from here in the U.S. to me. But I'm going to tell you, it just moves back. That little thing just turns. But the vision that you have on it is unbelievable. I mean, I could tell you, uh, you could be sitting out there in a car, and I can zoom in on you and uh, tell you if you you know If you got gold teeth in your mouth, I could see it. I could hide from camera anywhere. Yeah. No. Oh. Peter says sometimes she gets a little freaked out over it. Possibly. What can I say? uh, but yeah, I've got 19 cameras counting inside the house, the porch, and outside. So, and I think I've got since I got this one and moved some other ones around, moved moved the one that was there. The only blind spot I had, uh, all the way down into the lower pasture, is covered now. I think I'm pretty sure. See, I got one. There's one. You can't. Well, you can't see it, but I don't know if you can see it or not. It looks like it's part of this, but there's one right here. Uh, there's one in there. There's one over there. There's one that shoots the hallway and through my bedroom. The only safe place here is the bathroom and the front bedroom. Uh, but my room's covered, the hall's covered, the back door, the front door, the side door, uh, and the room overall. And then the porch has cameras on it, and the rest of them are outside. There's two. There's two on the porch. I started that one night. I'll tell you, when I had Duke, my German Shepherd, he was a puppy, and I had just put up that fence that's around the house for him, and it was a summer night, and it was nice out, and I had the door going out onto the porch open, and I had let him go out on his own. He was learning to potty and all that, so he wanted to go out. So I opened the door and just left it open. And I thought he was gone for a little while, and I thought, hey, let me check and see what he's doing. Just because he's learning his way around too. And I walked out. This is late at night, and I walked out on the porch to where I could see out the north doorway there, and somebody was bent over, reaching through the fence, petting him. Well, uh, at first I thought it was Scott, and I said, "What are you doing out here?" And all of a sudden, two people, one went running north, one went running south of the house, and it was two young guys. After that, it's been camera heaven around here. I mean, I haven't stopped. I can't see there. I won't be able to see there. So, but uh, that's the only time I've ever had anybody directly. Well, no, that's not the only time. We had that crazy boy that time. Uh, but I went out the door. I put my shoes on and went out this door, and I went around that way because one of them went that way. I knew the one going that way could be out of sight in a heartbeat. We did not have the fence that we have over here now, and I knew he could disappear real quick. But this one went running this way. He had some open ground to cover before he could get anywhere. And I popped off a couple of rounds because I figured he'd laid down somewhere in the dark, and I was trying to spook him up. And next thing I know, here comes Scott. What's going on? Got two intruders, and he come out with some I don't know how to say it. It's a pew pew, but it's one for shooting like you shoot birds with. Yeah, a lot of pellets in it. He lit up the garden down there. Oh, let's see. There are house cameras everywhere. My friend's got a tracking camera. It freaked the dog out. Hungry doggy, says, okay. Got to cook some. Yeah. I might set this stuff back in the refrigerator and go get me something instead of fixing something. But see, that's what I'm bad about, not eating when I should. But you know, Peter fixing breakfast every morning and bringing it over here and setting it on the stove. Become I hadn't without it. I like today now. I hadn't had a thing to eat today. I've had something to drink and that's it. And that's because I got that up at the store. Uh, they don't charge me for drinks. Shh. They give me free drinks. They just tell me, go on, don't worry about it. Excuse me. And that but yeah, I'll go without eating all day. I don't get hungry. Uh, I know I need to eat, but I have to stop and make myself do it. But I went. I talked to them this morning. Was down there when they were hooking up the camper and stuff. Then I went to the barn after they left. Uh, I covered up the generator because it was all of a sudden rain was in our forecast, and we did get a little bit of rain. Nothing serious. The tarp had blown off of it. The bungee had let go. Uh, and everything else. Yeah. Uh, uh, Covering making sure the tarp on the hay was blowed up on one end, got it down. I went and got a load of boxes around noon. Then I went again around 4 o'clock. Got another big old load of boxes. Got them all in the garage. Uh, Thursday doesn't register. Yeah, well, food don't me anymore. I eat, but I do have to drink, Neil. I uh, some of my medicine just keeps me dried out, and my throat's always messing up. But food, it don't faze me a bit. Sometimes I get real jittery and go, "Oh, I guess maybe if I eat something, I'll feel better." Or maybe I'll quit having the jitters. I took my medicine a little early yesterday, so that's why I was awake. Was able to be awake this morning when I was awake. uh, I had a notice the other day that UPS was coming, and I drug out of bed, and you'd have thought I'd been drinking, trying to make it down there to open the gate and leave it open so he could come in, because they won't open the gate if it ain't then if it's closed they won't come up here. So and FedEx came yesterday morning, but they kept on going. They couldn't deliver. Peter had to go to Chattanooga to pick up what she was going to get. So, Chris, how you doing? Sometimes I don't notice. Yeah, uh, I hear you, Neil. But I start drinking the moment I wake up. I drink some kind of juice or something to get started, and water all day. The day now, I've been drinking on this drink for a while. Uh, I actually got this the first time I went up to the store. I don't have to have a whole lot. Just I got to have something go down my throat all the time, or my throat wants to cough and choke up. But that's what happens when you. I drink before I wake up. I mean, there's 2 cups of coffee. Uh, yeah, these cups that they got up there at the gas station, they keep the ice in there for a long time too, and it's a little round ice things. They stay in there for a long time, and it even waters down quite a bit over time. But I still just sip on it. But I need to drink some water myself today. Yeah, you check my piece. Oh, yep. Guzzle, guzzle, guzzle. Water, water, water. Ain't it funny? You go and go to the doctor, you start preparing for it. I want to be the best I can be when I get there. But you don't get up, but you don't wake up to 12. I was that way. I was that way, Neil, this morning because Peter was surprised I called. I said, "Y'all okay? Y'all not gone yet?" She goes, "What are you doing? You're up?" She was in shock. Yeah. I wake up drinking something, and I go to bed drinking something, and I wake up in the middle of the night. I'll drink something. Whenever it's uh, and I wake up a lot. Just stay up all night. Let's see. I'm asleep, so can't tell you how many times I get up at night, but I do seem like a dream. But I know at least 3 or 4 times last night. Uh, I don't wake up without having to get up and stagger around for a minute, and then right back to sleep. Or the cup, yeah, they're them styrofoam. It's Circle K cup, and they hold ice good. I know, but I don't do it every day. I don't. I I don't. I've got. I don't. I've got to where I don't even make tea very often. I used to drink nothing but tea all the time, and I wasn't much of a water drinker like I am now. I drink a lot of water, but uh, I drink tea all the time, and then I got away from that. See, when they had to go down in my esophagus and go down there and take all those little fish scales out of my esophagus and down and all that. Uh, I started my drinking habits changed quite a bit. I wake up a lot too. Old age. Oh no. I wake up because I'm young and full of energy and just can't sleep. Yeah. But my throat's never been the same since. I had to do all that stuff. Then they had to smooth things out in there and all that kind of crazy stuff. And yeah, I got to be careful what I eat and drink. I'm not well, maybe drink. Uh, I'm not going to say eat because I don't really watch what I eat because I don't eat a lot, and most of the time it's a lot of the same stuff all the time. And but my stomach's not good shape. I don't know. They'll be calling me here probably after the first of the year wanting to do another test. They're keeping an eye on it, but we'll see. They said unless you need us before, we'll call you when we went for your next checkup. Well, my checkup requires me to be put to sleep, so I don't have any sugar problems. Uh, I'm glad of that. There's nothing I drink that keeps me awake. You know, some people drink coffee and so they can stay up all night and stuff, and it's never done me that way. That kind of stuff, and I don't like coffee, so but I don't care for it at all. Most of the time, I can count on one hand how many cups of coffee I drank in one year. Sometimes it don't even take a whole. It don't take one. It don't take all my fingers on one hand to count how many cups. Last year, one, I think. I had 1 cup of coffee. But uh, these temperature droppings started getting my attention kind of quick because last year we, as we get younger, food. Yeah, I want something now, and I've wanted it for like 3 days. I want something, but I don't know what it is I want. But I'm not hungry. I just want something. But everything I can think of is not it. I want something different. I don't drink. No problem. That's right. I don't have to drink to fall down. That's the catch. I think it was Peggy had asked about something about a scooter instead of a. I don't have the balance. Uh, Standing on the second step of a ladder, or on the first step of a ladder, I'm un, I'm unstable. That's why everybody fusses when I grab a ladder around here. Yes, yesterday or day before, whenever I put that camera up, was switching cameras around. Uh, uh, yeah, straight into winter. Uh, I was only having to step up on the second step, and here come Peter. You want me to do that for you? You want me to let me do that? Excuse me. Yep. Well, as soon as we we had a little chilly night. First thing I thought of, because last year was the first year I ever hurt as bad as I did in the cold, and especially my ears. I mean, I was in extreme pain sometimes. It hurt so bad. So I started looking for my hat just right then. And then I didn't really look real deep, but I did look and I couldn't find it. And I was getting a little panicky. I'm like, what did I do with it? Where's it at? But I found it between two sweaters. It's fall, yeah. Yeah, I've been shopping though. Uh, because of my tumor, my balance is uh, messed up in the sense of like walking on. You ever walk down a brick wall or a high curb? Try to walk on a curb and walk down a curb. I can't. I fall off of it. I don't try stuff like that. It makes me dizzy. I'm just like, oh man. So if I had to walk, I remember going hunting and cross a creek on a fallen tree. I couldn't. I can't do that no more. Yeah. Oh, winter just moved in, took over, Tammy. Just it's coming quick. Now, if it's like it normally is, we'll have this cold snap, and then we'll have a week or so of warmer weather again. About the time we think, just enough to start people start putting on a bunch of clothes. Then they want to take a bunch of jackets off, and because it's hot again, and then they get cold again, and then they'll that's when most people end up sick. Yeah, my dad had diabetes, and he was taking when I lost him, he was taking the maximum amount of insulin you could take in a day. Yeah, that's a big accomplishment. I do have some walkers. Uh, Sometimes I have to use them, but it's the last thing I want to do. That's like I mean, it just wasn't too many years ago. I couldn't walk through this house. I got a power chair sitting out there on the porch. Uh, When as soon as I was able to not use it no more, manage without it, I ain't sat in it since. Uh, that's how I got through the house. I had well, good. My doctor thinks I'm mad at her because I'm avoiding her right now. Well, she can't she can't do nothing about the issues that I'm directly dealing with now because she sent me to specialists for that. So that's not it. She passed that on to other people. So I'm just like, I don't need to see you. The last time I went down there was back in June when I got sick, when I got so dehydrated. And I needed some medicine. And you just tell everybody you're eating. I'm not stubborn. It's just no need going down there if I don't, if it, you know, if it's not something I'm supposed to go see her for. She wants to know about this and wants to know about that. I can't pass it. Yeah, I can pass up anything. I purposely pass up stuff because I like it so much. Does that make sense? I'm like, no, as bad as as much as I'd like to have it, no, I'm passing it up. I probably did that on camera before, like from milkshakes. I love milkshakes, but I'll treat myself once in a blue moon. But sometimes I go, should I think I should stop there and get me a milk. Nope, I ain't gonna do it. Keep going. Uh, pineapple. Pineapple milkshake's my favorite. My very favorite. As long as it's real pineapple, not just that artificial coloring stuff. Uh, Real pineapple juice, real chunks of pineapple in it. Oh, when my sister was still with me, I was little. When we were younger, of course, I'm a lot older than my sister. Oh, she lost her in 2020. Uh, and but the stuff that was going on at home, I was her getaway. Uh, I didn't, she was my little sister. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't even go on a date with if my sister wanted to go, she could go. It didn't matter. Anything, whatever. But she wanted her. We would go to High's ice cream store, and I've probably told this before. We go to High's ice cream store. I'd pick her up, and she'd get her chocolate milkshake, and I'd get my pineapple milkshake. And well, just before she passed away, I went up there and spent about uh, probably a little, probably about 5 weeks before she passed. Spent time with her, and I took her out. And of course, Highs ain't there no more. There ain't no more Highs ice cream stores. But we found us an ice cream store and made milkshakes, and we got us our last milkshake together. It's just something we did. so many times. I can't even tell you how many times. You ready for your milkshake, sis? Yeah, let's go. So, I can't pass up anything chocolate. You could if you wanted to, but I was the baby. I lost my sister at 25. I'm sorry to hear that. Unfortunately, it's gonna hurt me to say this, but I'm the oldest, and I'm the only one left. And uh, yeah, October was end of October was the I lost my. I never dreamed that I'd say goodbye to my sister, and she'd be the one leaving. I know we never thought that about Daniel too, but we did. All right, I got to get off this subject. Uh, well, good. I tell you, it's no fun to be left to be the last. You know, most people have an aunt or an uncle or something. I don't have none of them no more. I'm the oldest of the generation now. I heard that the London airport was. I don't know. I ain't heard nothing. I guess I missed it. Of course, I don't. I got to where I don't. I listen to a little news. I got that satellite radio in my truck, and uh, I listen to a little news on there, or I pull something up on YouTube about the news or something. But I don't know. Locally, unless I hear it from somebody else or it comes up that I, uh, I just don't know what's going on. Monster was the third oldest. That's some big numbers. Uh, my first, I hope y'all not hearing all the noises my stomach's making. Bad person's family turned him in. Huh. Uh, one of my first real girlfriends that, you know, that I really was head over heels for had a very large family. And one of her brothers was my best friend. He's gone. He passed away a few years ago. Uh, two other best friends of mine was living down in Florida, and then they moved up to into lower Alabama down there, and both of them are gone. Uh, yeah, uh, it's like somebody went up to my chalkboard and erased it. I'm telling you. Oh, Neil's never had a girlfriend. The bad person's family turned him in. I don't know. Oh, I haven't heard nothing about it. That's I have to check on that and see if I can find anything on it. Yeah, I'm too young to start over. The two oldest friends I have now is Scott and Peter. I still got well, they're still, I guess they're friends too. That I communicate with. Let's put it that way. Uh, for the most part, with the exception of my sweetheart up in Virginia and one of my that very first girl I'm talking about. uh, they're both still around, and I don't know. It's kind of strange. Did y'all hear about the woman in broad daylight that never had a no? Yes. Look, if you got uh, young or old, if you got people in your life, uh, spend time with them. Uh, any way you can, even if it has to be on the phone. No, but I did hear a while back that I think it was 6-year-old boy that was at a ball field, and I saw the clips on it, news clips. 6-year-old boy, they were at a brother or sister's baseball game or something. But back behind the stands, where the bleachers, he was playing open ground, woods behind him, and a coyote come out and got a hold of him and tried to drag him away. People jumped off the bleachers, running out there and everything, and luckily the coyote let go and took off. But uh, he got 20 some stitches, if my memory serves me right. Well, a coyote grabbed him and just dragging him away. Uh, that's weird. Yeah. I mean, if you were out walking in the woods, I could see a coyote, a little person. And he wasn't that little. He was 6 years old. And he was, good average 6-year-old size boy. But but in broad daylight, all them people out there hollering at the ball game, and everything. Him out there in the open, out in the open in the grass, playing behind the bleachers. I'd have never expected it. Uh, a coyote, a bear, you know, a mountain lion, yeah, but not a coyote. The Atlanta, Georgia airport's where he was captured. So he wasn't doing nothing at the airport. It was just that's where he got captured at. I don't know. I never heard no more about that attack, but I hope they hunted the coyote. Yeah. Well, he was having. They were. He had to take shots just in case. They didn't know. He was planning on. Okay. No, I hadn't heard a thing about that. If I have no memory of it. Let's put it that way. But I don't think I have. How long ago was this? Oh, today. Oh, that's why I hadn't heard it because I hadn't heard nothing today. I've been, I've been back there with the guineas. I've been back there with the chickens and the rabbits and the quail and the cows and up to the gas station collect some cardboard boxes. And I took the long way home on that last trip because there was an accident up here at the college on the road, and they were smushed up pretty good today, yesterday. I I didn't watch. I didn't watch no news yesterday neither. So either day it wouldn't have mattered. I wouldn't have known nothing about it. Uh, uh, I've got to go. I think I want to go early vote. Uh, I had to go. I had to go all the way downtown though because they're not doing it up here at the school. You have to go to one of the main Rossville or Chickamauga or Lafayette. We got a tax to vote on. Rossville's got a few elections to vote on. Chickamauga has some, but living in the county out here, only thing we got left to, only thing we got is about the tax. 2.5 hours from each other. Well, that ain't that far apart. Y'all can reach out the window, shake hands. You can holler, "Can I borrow a cup of sugar?" The dog was bigger than he was. Somebody was, who was telling me that? Oh, the manager at the gas station. Uh, I forget what kind of dog she's got, but it's a great big dog, and she has it on a run. The When it's outside, and the neighbors' dogs, like I think like three of them, come over in a pack and attacked her dog, and they're all little. They were all little dogs. Them little dogs, they think they're giants, and she said the guy that owned at least one of them was out there trying to get them off of them, wasn't doing much good. And she says, "I hate this, and I'm sorry, but I'm kicking your dog," and she started kicking the dogs. I know, I just need the cup. Okay. Well, that so much going on. They say they want to do a penny tax on the county. They say it'll raise $69 million for road repairs and stuff like that uh, for the cities in the county and for the county. But this penny tax has been in place for 6 years already, and you kind of have to look at what they've done with it, and you almost don't want to vote for it again. Neil's neighbors are close by. Yeah, you show up with that cup. We've got a bad place in the road out here next to the bridge. It's gonna take somebody's life if they don't get it fixed. And I've been complaining about it. And well, the money's supposed to go in a separate trust just for the purpose of bridges and roads and stuff like that, and uh, a percentage for maintenance vehicles for the county. But I just it costs a lot to pave a road now. Uh, it's unbelievable. I think it's overpriced. We lost a fire truck, one of the oldest fire trucks we got, but we lost a fire truck. They were letting somebody drive it who wasn't supposed to be driving it. And then on top of that, it wasn't even insured. We had to replace a fire truck. That was a hefty dime out of our pockets. I don't know. It's funny. They've come out here and put caution signs. It's just a little bridge. They put caution signs on the guardrail on each side of it. The road's like this, and the guardrails were like this, and they put caution signs on the rails like this. People driving down the road don't see that. Um, but the road, what it is at the end of the bridge, on this north side of it, it's right here where our property is. The road is caving in, and it's a. I sat there in the driveway and watched the people run over it the other day. Pulled in there to get the mail, and I watched cars go by. And they're driving like this, and all of a sudden you see them go. That's that dip. You see it, and I'm like, sooner or later somebody's going to lose control, or sooner or later it's just going to finish cave. It's going to cave in with somebody running over it. We have had a oh my ooh. Okay, I missed something. With Pete around, I'd say that'd be some good investment. Yeah, but they now the last time they were out here, they took a yellow paint and drawed a circle around the bad spot in the road. I'm like, you seriously? Now they have done a survey because I seen the little flags, so they might be finally going around getting something done. They've put the little flags down there, like where the ditch has to be and all that stuff. Uh, they might finally plan on it. Maybe in 2029 they'll probably start on it. By then the road will have to be shut down. Northwest Arkansas and the Ozark. Wow. Black bears. Mm. You can most of a lot of bears, unless there's babies around, you can stand your ground and they usually fade off. But if there's any cubs around, they're not. They don't. No. Flags. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. When I was mowing the driveway, I went down there and trimmed out the area down there that Peter didn't get around to mowing. Uh, needs to be. I trimmed it out around the ditch down there with the push mower, and I saw those little flags all the way down through there. I saw they have been out here doing something and paint on the ground, on the grass. So maybe I know that's probably the marking of the water line. Probably surveyed the water line where it's at and everything, because the meters are up here. Up, yeah, that's probably what that is. That and uh, probably the internet. No, the internet's up on the poles. They haven't ever put it in the ground. It's just a water line. We don't have no gas lines down here. Gas lines stop way up at the curve up there. If you see me leave my house, if you paid attention, there's a sharp curve up the road here, about a half a mile. Uh, that curve is in Chickamauga. That curve is. Uh, it's. I mean, you can. It's a straightaway all the way up to it, so you can go out the end of the driveway and look up there all the way to the curve. And uh, years ago, it was actually long distance to call from here to that curve. People that lived on that curve had Chickamauga phone service. Well, I don't know. Now, somebody last year, last hunting season, got a bear just down the north of us here, somewhere off the creek. Yeah, I thought it was kind of ridiculous, Peggy. You could walk out there and just about holler back and forth to each other, but it was long distance to call them on the phone. And if you didn't have a long distance service, you had a problem. You ever think about that? all the long distance phone calls you had to drop money in a phone to make a phone call, all the all the phone bills you got that had long distance calls on it, you had to pay extra for. And now all you got to do is pick up your cell phone and make the phone call no matter where it's at, and it's there's no long distance. Whoa, my whole page just jumped. I want to tell you, I've been having a lot of trouble with YouTube. Uh, Over here, where people, you see where people are communicating, that'll be nothing but a black strip. I can't see nobody typing. I can't see nothing. Now, not all the time, and sometimes it'll come back and start working. I sat in a live the other night. I could, I think it was Brandon Eddie family. I, I sat there forever. Couldn't say nothing. Couldn't type nothing. Couldn't, and the thumbs up and stuff a lot of times don't work at all. And I've discovered now I can go to my uh, I tried my phone, so it's not what I'm using. It's but later on, like in the rerun of it, of a live, I can come back to watch it or to see if it works. I just did it for just curiosity, and there'll be the like button, and it'll let me click it, and I can make a comment, but they're not on there no more. But I sat there forever the other night, and finally, it just started working. Let's see what else makes long distance call free and easy. WhatsApp, yeah, yeah. Well, just around the world, yes, absolutely, Neil. But locally here, all you got to do is pick up your phone and dial the area code and the number, and you got your phone calls done. Uh, Neil changing the ink colors. I never thought of that. He probably did. My cell phone or the service providers. Huh. I don't know. I had the same phone number, home phone, sitting on the table in there. 40 years. And as and I guess it don't seem like that long ago. I had the same phone number forever. Uh, and it's probably been 20 years since I had a house phone, at least, if not longer. Uh, Now, I've had the same cell phone number all the way back into the late 80s. I've had this cell phone number ever since. I've always kept it. Uh, and I know people that's had 150 different phone numbers. Every time you turn around, oh, I got a new phone number. I got a new phone number. Okay. But uh, this was my company phone number. And I had another phone, another cell phone. It was just from, whatever I wanted to do with to keep people off of it that just wanted to talk to me. And I got rid of that phone after I quit the trucking business. Letter from the post office, 2024. Huh. Yeah, none of the, on YouTube, none of the little buttons and that's across there, I mean, nothing works. And it's been that way for a few weeks like that now. It comes and goes. It comes and goes. Well, I think I put it on video this past week. I had to go buy a stamp. I think it was like 78 cents for a postage stamp. I don't know what happened to that 6-cent stamp. Mm. Yeah. And, but, I had just the one phone and this phone number for quite a while. And instead of taking my business off of it and getting another number for it, it'd be easier just to tell my friends and stuff the other phone number. And I got another phone just for that purpose. That way I didn't tie my phone up and, you know, I'd hear it ringing when I got a call that I needed. The answering service and everything went through it too. So I run across something. You know how they're trying to verify who you are on the internet. Sometimes they want do you have to answer certain questions? And did you ever live at one of these addresses and there'd be like 5 of them, and if none of them, then you put no, or if there's there's when I was a kid, I lived at that address. Uh, but they do a phone number thing like that, and I looked at it and I was like, uh, that number looks mighty familiar. I think that might have been my home number for. Hmm. I'm gonna push it just in case. Uh, and apparently it was. It was my old home phone number. But I can't even remember what it was now. And so they shouldn't ask questions like that, especially young people like me. I mean, how, they expect me to always remember everything. Young people don't remember nothing. I can move in and keep my yeah, yeah, yeah. Every time I've switched phones, I've transferred my phone number. Every time I switch phone companies, which I've only done. Well, I've actually only done it twice. They've switched on me. They've sold out. Uh, they sold out to somebody else, to somebody else, to somebody else. I'd still be there. And finally, I was with Verizon for ever. And great service, great service. I had phone service where people would say, your phone's working? Yeah. Oh, mine ain't. What company you with? Oh, I'm with AT&T. That's the problem. You ain't got your people behind you. You know that commercial back in the day. Oh yeah, you ain't got your people, man. But Mojave Desert, my phone worked. Uh, but I started out with this phone number with a phone before a bag phone, one that you had to literally leave in the vehicle. That was, you had the receiver and everything else, and cord just like a house phone, with a cord. Uh, this phone number goes all the way back to then. I was working. Yeah, I'm sorry. You don't have a phone? Has anybody? I'm going to ask this. I did see this. I think it was on Facebook. It might have been YouTube. I don't know. I jump on Facebook to do my local advertisement page to approve stuff to go on it, and once in a while, and then I'll look and see certain people that's been on there for years, see what they're doing. But uh, one of the two, I saw this little sketch where the police officer pulls somebody over and asks for his driver's license, and he hands him a cat collar, and he said, "That's my ID." Have you anybody see that? And he said he identified as a cat, and the cop was great. I mean, it was all staged, but it was. You see, Neil? Did you see that? That was funny. That was the funniest thing I ever saw. The cop just went right on, the way it was sketched. He's like, "Oh, okay. Well, cats can't drive, so we're gonna have to impound your car, which you won't be able to get because cats can't pick them up or whatever. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'll call the pound animal people, and then they'll come out and pick you up and take you to the pound. And before anybody can come and pick you up, they'll have to pay $70, and you'll have to be spaded or neutered depending on which way you identify as." And I was cracking up. Yeah, go ahead and claim to be a cat if you want to. It's one of the best ones I've heard that really got me going. Uh, uh, oh, Melinda's got a baby woke up. Oh no. Well, let's see. It's 6:30. Did you know it gets dark here at 7:30 now? And I gotta turn the compressor off. I just heard it running. Uh, Melinda, God bless. Have a great day. I don't know if you'll make it back before I leave or not. I've got to go to the barn, and that's how I'm going to end my video uh, tonight. It's down at the barn. Oh, That was weird. Neil, did you see that? Oh, Reva put Buy Melinda Go Rock That Baby, and I had to approve it for it to be seen. Huh. That's the first time I ever seen that. Yeah, it said allow it to be seen or not to be seen. I had to click approve it. I could see it, but apparently nobody else could until I hit that button. Okay. That's the first time I ever seen it, Neil. First time it's ever happened. Yeah. Now it was that what are we on here? StreamYard. Was that StreamYard or was that YouTube? Do you have any idea, Neil, which one it might have been? That was YouTube. Okay. Yeah, still first time I ever seen that. I've never seen it before. Hmm. I'll tell you one thing. I I I deleted it just as fast as it went up there. But I was on the Eddie Family Farms page and I typed something in there and I looked at it and when it went up on the screen it had a bad word in it. And I like delete and I said, sorry, I didn't say that. That's not what it did itself. But they'll do stuff like that, but something as innocent as that right there, in my opinion, they put it on hold till it's approved. I don't get it. Let's see. You reckon Brandon will go live tonight? Or Stephanie? I was getting ready to send an email to my buddy uh uh down in Dalton, uh Daryl, because he went like I think like 6 days. I didn't see a post from him, and I think I was telling Christine, I was telling my daughter, uh, I need to send him an email. And that night, then he posted one. I was like, okay. I just thought maybe something was wrong. Question, maybe. Yeah, yeah. But some of the stuff they allow to go through that shouldn't go through without anybody approving it. Hey, Aunt, how you doing? Yeah, you finally caught me live. Yeah, you got here just in time before I have to say goodbye. What are you curious about, Peggy? What are you curious about? Oh, it's all they've already put it out there. It's out there. Yeah, it's out there. It's been out there for a few days, if not a week ago. It was after the one where they went and looked at that Texas ranch style, with the metal roof inside, all that. It was the one after that. The one I saw, I can't say I watched it 100% close enough to know everything, but they had chosen one and everything, and was in the house from my memory. They were there. Go to their page and look for their last video this in the past week or less. But yeah, they put all the pictures up and said wanting people to guess which one that was. They were the Sensible House or something like that. The that's not right. The uh, man, oh man, I can't remember. Yeah, that's it. I think that's it. Yeah. Well, if it did, they had to move out. The way the show was going, the way they were videoing it. Huh. I don't know. I have to go back and see what I missed. It may have. Maybe I missed something. Okay, I haven't watched hers. I can't watch them. Can't keep up with them. If I watched every channel that I liked, uh, I would never get nothing done. I'd just be sitting here going, watch. So I have to pick. I have to pick and choose who I like the best as far as watching all of their, to support them. And then there's some channels that I like, but uh, they don't really stir my interest as much, you know. But I like them and I support them. I might put them on my TV screen. Now I've been keeping up with them because I wanted to know where they moved to and everything. Uh, but he was months off on the what they thought they were going to have. But I've got those that I want to support, so I try to give them a thumbs up and I try to let their video play. I might be doing work in the house or going in and out, but it'll be playing. I'll let it play all the way through. Uh, yeah. And then some of them I'll hear something and say something. Oh, that's what finally happened. Let me, and I'll back it up and listen to more of it, but kind of try to keep up with it. But uh, then the afternoon that I watched that one of which house they picked, I was doing something. I was listening to it, and I was trying. And I then he said that's the house they had chose, and I was like, "Oh, cool," And I was letting it play, and I was listening and doing other things, and I might have missed something at the end. Even though that's the one we chose and one we were going to be happy with, blah blah blah, it fell through. I might have missed that, but uh, unfortunately, it's going to start getting dark earlier, so that's really going to put a damper on a lot of things. We just got another week or so, 10 days or something like that. That the time changes, and I'm going to miss that. Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I haven't actually. I haven't even subscribed to her channel yet. Yeah, but I can let them play. I mean, you should see my YouTube thing where it tells how much time you watched it because I let it run all the time. Uh, it that right now the TV is got a blank. It's not a blank screen, but it's telling you how you can set up the controllers for your TV for YouTube. Y'all hear the guineas? Yeah, y'all got more time, Neil. But usually it's gonna get dark till 9. I wish they just leave the time like it is right now. Leave it alone. Like they say they're gonna do so many times, and but they don't never vote on it and leave it because it gets darker automatically on its own. Just the rotation, it changes. It's now it gets dark now at 7:30. It's dark outside. And speaking of that, I'm gonna have to let y'all go here in just a minute so I can see to find the eggs without needing a flashlight and everything else. Uh, the rotation of the Earth and the Sun and the Moon and the stars and the planets, we get dark earlier anyway. Uh, it's on its own, but now it's going to set the clock, change the clocks, and it's going to instead of 7:30, it'll be 6 and 6:30, depending on 6:30, it'll be dark regardless. When if it's a real cloudy, bad day, it'll be dark at 6. I can go. Well, it's good to see y'all. I've went through a lot of rough spots here over the past few months, and I don't know what's up next. But my shoulder is starting to feel a lot better. It's at least it's not hurting all the time. So I hope the cold weather don't make it miserable. Uh, it's dark right now. You got something on the sidetrack? Yeah, and well, we figured out what I did to my shoulder. I don't know if I ever told y'all or not. Finally figured out what messed my shoulder up. I pulled that generator. I got up on top of that rack and pulled that generator up that ramp by myself. That has to be it. I kept thinking, I ain't done nothing. I ain't done nothing to hurt my shoulder. But that was probably what I did. But it's feeling a lot better. Once in a while, I'll do something, but there for weeks, I haven't been able to just sit here. I've been like, oh man, oh, shoulder's killing me. But yeah, I pulled that. Now the other day when I went to put it up there, Scott was like, I said, yeah, I got to put that generator back on there. Ah, wait a minute. Here comes Scott and Peter both. Put that. I did warn you about that. I think you did now. I think that's what I did. Yeah, you said, yeah, you did. But I pulled it up there. But that has to be it. But anyway, I'm all good for now. It's just certain times, certain ways that I do things that it make it start to ache a little bit, but it's nothing that stops me. But it was very very uncomfortable. Uh, uh, wait a minute, us old folks. Oh, you talking to who? Who's she talking to? I think we're able to do things we can do. I'm just, I'm just 34. Uh, I've had some. Oh yeah. Yep. My last. I was 35 to my last birthday this past June, and I turned 30. I was 35, and I turned 34. Now this coming June of this year, I'll be 33. Double three. Yeah. uh, my son says it feels weird being older than my daddy. Hey, I do that not just on here, but I'm 34 years old, and that's all there is to it. Yeah. They look at me. Yeah, I was 35 my last birthday, and then I turned my last birthday. I turned 34. But our bodies say, no, I don't think so. Huh? Mine does what I tell it to do. It has no choice. But it tells me when it's hurting. I don't have no choice. Well, that was good to see y'all. Thanks for being with me. And like you're going to hear in my video, uh, Jesus loves you. That's what we're smiling about. But y'all enjoy the rest of the night. I'm gonna go down here and finish making my video that I've done told you all about. You ain't gotta watch it now. See. Uh, uh yeah. Y'all be good. Take care. And I'll see you next go round. I'll try not to make it go as long this time. I'll try to get back on here real soon. Thanks for being with me. Yeah, it's good to see everybody. And we all go flying by on some of the other ones so fast. I miss 90% of it. But yeah, God bless. I'll see you, Chris. Tammy. All right. Peggy. Neil. Eric's the only one I missed down here that I really, 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 really didn't see. All right. Good evening. End button. Oh. charger, so to charge.